Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. I hope you like my new poncho. I had some curry left over from this project, so I thought I'd make a poncho to protect me and keep me clean while we're doing all this drywall mud.
Looks good.
Yep. And before you run down and make a comment about how expensive this poncho is, I'm gonna beat you to it and steal your thunder. It looks great. I checked all around the perimeter, outside, under the tub deck. I don't see any water. It is still at the level we left it. So why don't we pull that plug, Jordan?
All right.
Should be enough. There we go. So this is draining really fast, and it's going to be a great opportunity to see how well we did with our pre-slope and how well this thing drains. Let's check it out. Cool, man.
That was fast.
Yes. All right, that was awesome watching that shower drain so quickly. We were confident in our work, super confident in the product, but there's nothing like coming back the next day and seeing no leaks and seeing your pre-slope drain as well as ours did. So let's talk about kind of the two basic ways a shower system works. You can have a draining system, water in, water out, or you can have a drying system. The one we ripped out of here, go back and watch our demo video if you haven't seen it. That was a draining system. Water gets behind the tile in the grout, drains down the walls into the mortar bed. Water on the floor gets through the tile and the grout into the mortar bed. It hits the liner, migrates towards the drain on the pan liner, and exits the system through the weep holes in the drain. On our system, the weep holes were clogged and we didn't have much of a pre-slope, so the system failed. This system is called a drying system. So let me grab this piece of tile right here. So it's intended that water's going to get by the tile and the grout. It's going to hit this membrane, and it can be a sheet membrane like this. It can be a liquid applied membrane like Red Guard or Aqua Defense, or a trowelable membrane. But once the water gets through the tile and the grout and hits that membrane, it can dry this way through the tile between uses of the shower. So this one was a drainable system, water in, water out, and we turned it into a dryable system. If you had to break showers down into one of two categories, that would be them. So why don't we go in the closet, and I want to show you a little detail on the drywall from yesterday. Pretty cool what happened. Can you see up here, Jordan, those little bubbles? What do you notice about them?
They're all around your patch, but not on the patch.
Right. Pretty smart bubbles, right? They know where the patch is. So what's going on? Drywall mud has air whipped into it at the plant. We didn't do it when we mixed it. It has it in it. That air needs to get out. It can't go this way because the paint is a barrier, so the air comes this way and forms these little bubbles. But where there's drywall paper, the air can be absorbed by the paper. So no big deal. I typically just sand those off, and second coat takes care of them. So we just had lunch, and I'm thinking about dessert. What's my favorite dessert, bud?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Did you know that ice cream has air whipped into it at the plant? They have a term for it. Drop us a comment below if you know what that is without Googling it. Let's see who's first. So one more thing about these two patches. Can you see this edge right here where it's flat? One thing we always do is take a damp sponge and we blend that. Just like that, so that when you apply texture, you don't see that straight edge. I've already done this one. You can kind of see a little better. But you work the drywall with the wet sponge. You work the mud until it's nice and smooth right there. So let's go in here. So our next step today is to start sanding the skim coat from yesterday. I've got my pole sander set up with some drywall paper. And I'm just going to lightly go over everything. It shouldn't take that long at all. So let's get my mask on and get this thing done. All right, dude. All right, that's 3 coats everywhere we put tape. That's 2 coats everywhere we skim coated. I thought I was done, but I took a look up here and the old tile actually came out a lot further because of all the thin set behind it. So we have to fix this edge right here. So let's do that real quick and then we'll be done with drywall mud. All right, that's much better. Let's clean up our mess, and why don't we start taking off cabinet doors to get ready to paint those. Alrighty gang, that is it for today. I made a mess of my shirt. I should have worn that Schluter poncho, but it's hard mudding in that little bathroom up on here. You're up and down all the time, but not too bad. It'll come out in the wash. We got all the cabinet doors off. Get those ready for paint. Our flood test was a big success. All our drywall mud is applied. We'll come in over here tomorrow, give it a light sanding, and we'll texture it so that it matches the rest of the house. A lot of the comments said we should just buy our own texture machine instead of renting all the time, and we did. So you get to see that tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Hey gang, it's the next day. I've been sanding this morning. What we did, we put 3 coats of mud on all our new stuff and our seams. This one here, we had a seam about right here. We're gonna have 1 row of tile on the tub deck. So this seam had to really disappear. I'm really happy with that one. So my process is, after the 3rd coat, a light sand with 120 grit. Then I take my banged up light obliquely shining across the drywall. I was using these 120 grit sanding sponges. Really happy with the way it turned out. So our next step is to start taping everything we don't want to texture because we're in a texture day. So I picked up this Scotch blue. It's 24 inches wide. It has the tape on it. And this is, what do we say, Jordan? 90 feet long. I got 2 of those. So we're going to take the window, the doors, the cabinets, and the crown, and the ceilings coming back 2 feet so we don't get texture on everything. So let's start taping. All right, all the plastic is up. This Scotch blue pre-taped painter's plastic worked great. Almost 2 rolls for the whole bathroom, right, Jordan?
Yep. Real quick too.
Yep. So now we're ready to mud or put on some texture. So I actually bought my own hopper finally. The last time I rented one, it took me 2 hours driving around town to get one. Then you got to bring it back the next day. So now I own it. And this costs like 70 bucks, the same as the rental with the compressor. So what I like about this one is my little DeWalt will run it. The rentals, at least the ones I rented, the air was always on. And when you squeeze the handle, it opened the trigger and the mud flowed into the nozzle via gravity. On this one, when you pull the trigger, it starts the air and the mud at the same time. So when you're not spraying, you're saving your air. So we always like to test our spray pattern before we start spraying the actual walls. So we put a piece of plastic up there. So let's go outside, mix up some mud, bring it in here, and start spraying some texture. Woo! That is done. That is exercise. That's heavy up there, bud. All right, so after all those hours of prepping it and getting it smooth, we textured it and
Made it unsmooth. Yeah.
So why don't we take all the plastic down now? It always helps now because this stuff will dry on here and it makes a mess later. Why don't we take this piece off? We'll use it as a bag for everything else.
Cool, let's do it, man.
All right. All right, gang, we are all cleaned up and we are all textured. It looks great. When we come in here tomorrow morning and it's all dry, it's gonna look fantastic. A couple things on our hopper here. We were on 70 PSI and we were using the smallest nozzle. This comes with 3 nozzles. That's the smallest one. And the higher the pressure, the finer the texture. The lower the pressure, the coarser your texture. So you gotta remember that when you're using this. It looks fantastic. So our next step is to prime and start laying tile. So make sure you stay tuned for that video. We are super excited to finally get this bathroom back together. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already, subscribe, and leave us a comment below. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.